running from?
Get off the road! Clearly, you don't own an air fryer. Indeed.
This just keeps on getting worse for
Let's
me.
go!
Trevor, how does it feel to be the world's most toxic gamer? Welcome to Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Try number 3.
Yeah.
So, Kyle, would you like to explain what just happened to the audience real quick?
When a totally legit Nintendo system, right? Totally legit. What happened was when I
Skip
went
that.
to answer a call, I apparently, through sheer luck, managed to somehow hit the stop recording button.
Yep.
3 minutes in the
Yep.
first call.
Yep.
It couldn't have just been like later. No, it had to be 3 minutes in.
Yep. Right after.
So Cade's gonna speedrun the mission.
Yep. Well, I'm going to speedrun it with the cool way of doing it, the sunglass way, which is instead of having to run back, I can go straight out the front door at the beginning.
Yeah.
So, I was saying on the last recording, which you guys wouldn't have known, but there is a funny thing you can do outside on the first mission if you grab the poltergust and then turn around and come back because you're like, you know.
I like stuff like that where it's like, if you explored a level.
If you
go back.
do the thing and you don't fuck it up. Oh, right. I don't need to get the gems because we already. I'll show the gems anyways. Who cares?
Oh no, the gem's been cracked and it's all colorless.
Oh no!
I sure do hope we don't make
Amethyst
like a ton of
is
bathwater.
Amethyst is dead. Oh, we didn't put that in the recording.
We did not.
We were talking about, and we'll mention this on a different series if you're watching
Rules
alongside
being
this.
stupid when it's like, oh, if this thing is broken, it can never be fixed ever again. Then it's like, oh hey, what if we just now introduced a mechanic to like nullify that?
Well, the thing with that is there needs to be consequences for your actions.
Exactly, and a lot of series they don't like main characters struggling. What do you mean consequences?
It's annoying because it's like the consequences are great in some places. Like in Steven Universe, there's like I guess one big consequence of.
I remember the whole fusion arc where Pearl made Garnet's
Yeah.
to get a divorce or something for a little bit.
Yeah, so Pearl betrays Garnet's trust, and instead of just like them, hugging at the end of the episode, it's a multi-arc thing. It continues up until Peridot is captured, which is like for people watching episodes, it's maybe 6 episodes, but for us that were like watching it as it came out, that was like for months.
Yeah.
It felt like our characters, we were like, oh my god, like they don't like each
They're
other
fighting
anymore.
now.
Like they're genuine.
Tension in my Steven Universe.
Yeah, I mean, Steven Universe handled build-up really, really well up until like
Now what about that payoff?
the finale. Well, it did payoffs great. Like there's some really great ones. Like Bismuth's gem is shown at the very beginning of the Lions episodes. Like they show that there's a gem in Lion's Mane, and they don't reveal that stuff for a while. Aw,
Feel that one. Thank you.
deserved it. You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't
but
know
they
much about Steven Universe, obviously.
But
so
do you know who Bismuth is?
I'm gonna look up a picture.
Bismuth is the rainbow-haired one that's like Pearl's like future girlfriend or whatever.
Didn't that person just get like trapped for a bunch of episodes?
Oh, yep. So I'll give you the rundown real quick. So Bismuth was a crystal gem that essentially was a she's like super war criminal. Like she, like every show that's got war in it, there's always someone on the good side who's just like gone too far.
Yeah, that's her.
That's her. Like she went so far that she wanted to.
Is this a real animation?
Yep, that's genuinely how she looks in the show. She's very expressive. Oh, there's Gem 1, in case you're watching. I'm not gonna get it. I just slung it across the room and I don't need it anymore. We'll leave it there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Bismuth shatters, or it develops a technology to shatter gems, and it's like a big deal. Like Rose is like, oh my god, that I can't use this, and that makes her angry. It's a big thing. Anyways,
is this
yeah, that's the thing. But essentially, Bismitch, she gets bubbled away, whatever. That's not the point. Point is that We find out that there's a gem in Lion's Mane at the very beginning of the series when Lion is shown. Like the very beginning when the main shows up, so does Bismuth. Which is kind of cool because the first time we see Rose is technically the first time we see Bismuth, which is awesome.
How'd you get hit there?
I strafed when I shouldn't have. Oh, he be floating.
And we're still recording, right?
Yeah, we are indeed.
Okay,
oh, here's the moment where it stopped recording last time. Beep boop. Yeah, we're still going.
Nice.
Yeah. So Egad's like, quickly retrieve.
Find the crystal gem.
He literally does say that. He goes, Luigi, Steven, you gotta believe in him. You gotta believe in Steven, guys.
Like, there are just so many other that seemingly seem better to get into because, like,
yes.
it just seems like a lot of Steam Universe is they build up this really big, like, awful war criminal bad guy, murders millions, tortures people by the masses, planet destroyers,
and murder them by the mass.
And Steven's just, oh hey, that rat was able to come down.
Yeah, I mean it was just storing I understand why you do what you do now.
I keep the streets clean.
keeping my sanity straight. Yeah, they just spawn out of that mouse hole. I don't know why I even bothered.
Like, look, I get it, right? There are some characters that can be redeemed. Like, there are good redemption arcs.
Yes.
It depends on how you set them up.
Bismuth is a great one because Bismuth never did any actually shattering. She just had the idea to shatter gems. And then eventually she realizes that the reason why she essentially turns on Steven because Rose, the last thing that Rose did to her was she stabbed her with a sword and bubbled her away without her knowledge after telling her about this, like, oh, I have a weapon that can essentially shatter a diamond.
Yeah.
And Rose, being Pink Diamond, is horrified by that notion because she's like, oh my god, you're trying to kill me. So she waits for Bismuth to, like, turn her back and then stabs her. So Bismuth has no idea what happened. But when Steven confronts her at the end of the episode, he does the same thing that Rose did and is like,
cool.
He's like, this is wrong. And Bismuth is like, up until that moment, she's like, oh, Steven is his own being. But then at the very end, she's like, oh my god, it is you, Rose, isn't it? And he's like, what? He's like, that's exactly what she said. And he's like, what do you mean? And she's like, that's exactly what you said. And he's like, oh my god. So she turns on Steven and tries to kill him, thinking that he's Rose. And she's understandably pissed because she just lost thousands of years of her life.
Yeah.
And also, she got bubbled away during a war, and not being there for the war caused them to lose the war. So Bismuth is understandably upset.
And wants to take it out on a small child, no problem.
No, she wants to take it out on Rose, which, does what it is.
By proxy.
Yeah, but legitimately at the end of the series, like, they confirm Rose's Pink Diamond. Suddenly everything makes sense to Bismuth. She's like, oh my god, that's why she was so afraid of me, because I threatened to kill her. Like, that makes so much sense now. Bismuth is now good. Takes a while, but that's
I think for redeeming characters, I think there are two, there's more, but, like, the two most important ones, I think, are, like, what they've actually done and what the worst thing they've done is. Because there are, like, depending on, like, the morals you're getting at in your story or whatever, there are just some things where it's like, now, hold on a second. This person literally committed genocide and loves torturing people. Why are you a good guy now? Yeah. No, like, I'm not just referencing Steam Universe when I say that. Like, there's I'm going to reference a manga.
A mangaka.
There's a Black Clover. I'll use Black Clover as an example. There's an arc I really, really don't like. Brandon doesn't like it either. And when we read it, we got to the point. So they're the whole premise of this, it's like the witch's forest or whatever. Fans of it are screaming at me. That's okay. There's a bunch of enemies that they're fighting, and there's one guy. His entire shtick is like, I love torturing the weak. I love beating up people who are weaker than me. I love just torturing
They are
them.
inferior to me.
Yeah, and I love flexing my magical power on all beings who are weaker. And then it was just like, wait a minute, no, I don't think I want to fully do that anymore. If I remember right, I could move it along.
I just realized that's, like, not very based, and all it took
a lot of Black Clover's problems comes from, like, early on, just people that that are like mind controlled or possessed.
Oh, that's kind of annoying.
It's not fun when even in its final arc right now, that's what they're doing of, oh hey, a bunch of people are being possessed and turned into angels and are fighting now.
Yep.
I don't like possession based stuff. I don't mind it for like 1 or 2 fights, but for like entire premises of arcs, just yeah, sorry, like for redeeming characters, I think it really just depends on what the worst thing that they've done is, and like what they're doing at the time of it.
Yep. I mean, Steven Universe never has it has one version. So they don't do a mind control one until the very end, because White Diamond's power is mind control.
Yeah.
We don't see that till the very end, which I say mind control, it's total possession. Like she literally.
Yeah, like just total utter control.
Yeah, like completely, absorbs their being into her own, whatever. It's horrifying, whatever it is. Anyways, but there is a cool fight early on, like in season 1, they fight Lapis Lazuli, and Lapis has the ability to create.
She's the water one, right?
Oh yeah. Lapis is the strongest gem in Steven Universe. Like she's stronger than White Diamond. She's stronger than Pink
Really?
Diamond, Yellow Diamond. Blue. Oh, they scale her power way too much.
What can Lapis do then?
So the first time we see Lapis, being trapped in a mirror, she is able to control water in the ocean. She can literally form patterns in the water or whatever to tell Steven to do things for her. That's the first thing we see. Then when she's freed, she one on twos Garnet. Like literally easily fights off Garnet.
And we've seen how strong she is in the other game we're playing.
We see how strong Garnet is, and Lapis like easily takes her on by herself. Then Lapis steals the entire ocean. The whole bumfuck ocean. Like all of Earth's water is being held up in a giant. It's gone. Literally being held up by Lapis.
Oh, I kind of remember that Steven has to go up and talk to her and be like, hey, can you return all the Earth's water?
Yeah, that's exactly what she says. Or exactly what he says, rather. It's not the best moment, but like, dude. Okay. I did it, Kyle.
Weird sequence of events right there.
Anyways, yeah, so she controls the entire ocean. Like, literally takes all the Earth's water and builds it into a giant tower.
Yeah.
That's her next feat of, like, strength that we witness. Then...
She beat the diamonds, because, like...
No, hold on. She can lift an entire ocean. That's one.
That's pretty powerful.
Then she's shown in that... So, Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl are, like... They show up to the giant water tower, and they're like...
Oh, is that with, like, the water clones?
They're like, Lapis, you need to stop what you're doing. Lapis is like, fuck you. I'm doing what I have to. She summons 4 water copies of the crystal gems and annihilates all of them. Amethyst gets clobbered easily. Pearl cuts hers in half, and it turns into 2. So she just can't win.
So by the usage of water,
she can't lose.
Make water copies.
She can make water copies of things that
She could have made more, right? Like, for all, she could have made like 100 Garnets.
But that's the thing. She fights Garnet with 1 water clone. So while she's fighting Pearl and Amethyst at the same time, she fights Garnet equally matched. Garnet has future vision and is a fusion of 2 incredibly powerful gems. Yet she is being easily matched by a character who is fighting 2 other people right now. I won't say Steven counts because he was hardly a fight, but
yeah, no, like 2 other people.
Yeah, like he very much like a fight is going on and she's handling multiple at the same time.
All right. What's the next?
And then Lapis, she fuses with Jasper.
I remember that. I don't know if I count that.
Oh no.
Like it's a fusion.
No, not just that. She's fused with Jasper. There's 4th gem. She's fused with Jasper, and in this fusion of Jasper, she is strong enough to hold Jasper off. Oh, but Cade, why is that such a big deal? Jasper is confirmed to be the perfect gem. Like, in Season 3, they confirmed Jasper is perfect. She is utterly flawless. If you were to take a gem and make it exactly perfect...
It's her.
It's her.
So, like, you could make, like, Jasper's...
She is atomically perfect in every way. So, Lapis being stronger than an atomically perfect gem means that she, by default, is just
perfecter.
She's just, her, even with flaws, is stronger than Jasper. So, stakes going up. Oh, get it? Oh, if you look through there, we can see a preview for the next mission. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's
so
the
then
key
what
for it.
happens next? With
Then, she gets freed from the fusion. You know,
Yeah.
she takes on. So Homeworld sends a tracking device to essentially capture and rescue Jasper, which they can't find Jasper. They really want Jasper to come home because she's perfect,
Jasper.
and they don't.
Sorry.
They don't. She does not get found. So Lapis takes on this like Homeworld tracking device that's like 5 rubies in one.
Oh.
She bodies them. Like literally one-handed, like smacks it into the ground, it explodes. Like easy peasy, no issue. Then, we don't see Lapis fight for a while until the very end of the season 4.
That's where they go to the Homeworld, right?
Yeah, well, season 5 is they go to Homeworld. The
Oh.
very end of season 4, Blue and Yellow Diamond show up.
Oh.
And Lapis literally, so this is the coolest moment, I think. Spoilers if you, like, we've already mentioned the pink diamond stuff. Who cares?
We've already been
This
spoiled.
moment itself is really, really insanely cool. So if you don't want that to be spoiled, back away now. The fight versus Blue Diamond. Blue Diamond's power is emotional control. She can control.
She's kind of like water, right? Like she cries. and-
She can control people's emotions. She
And then
can,
what
she
does
can make
Yellow
them feel
Diamond do
happy,
again?
sad, rage, but really all she knows how to do is make them really sad. That's her thing. But here's the thing. In this fight, again, you know, she's fighting. Garnet is able to resist Blue Diamond's power, but like she falls apart if like she can't keep it together. Like it's really tough for her to do anything. Lapis throws a fucking barn at Blue Diamond. Like
Barn?
lifts like takes water, terraforms a hole so the barn can be picked up. Fucking throws the barn at her.
Okay, barn throwing.
Instantly leveling Blue Diamond. But here's the cool thing. Blue Diamond is not fazed by that. She's like, she gets up. She's like a lapis lazuli. She's like, why is every one of my gems a traitor now? And she uses her emotional control. All the crystal gems essentially fall to the fucking ground. They're paralyzed in sadness. Lapis doesn't feel a fucking thing. She slightly tears up, and Blue Diamond's just like, what? And she's like, I felt worse, and wipes the tear. And we're like, holy
So
shit.
she can just resist.
She can resist a diamond. Not just that, she, during the fight, makes water chains and holds Blue Diamond in place by herself.
You can't really cut those because they're made of water.
They aren't. She's like, Blue Diamond breaks one and she just makes another one. Like, easy peasy, holds the diamond in place. Or like, oh shit. And now she is weak to Yellow Diamond because Yellow Diamond's power is literally just when she touches a gem, they explode. Like they're just dead.
Oh.
So she just electricity, bam, and Lapis dies. But
Fun.
then the last thing is it's widely considered to be that the most powerful diamond is Pink Diamond because she's like got the power of a diamond. Also, she's got a temperament of a child. Steven at the end of the show in Steven Universe Future, he goes rage teen mode where he turns into a monster version of himself, which is
remember that, yeah.
that's the pinnacle of Pink Diamond's power. Lapis can hold that down too. Dude, Lapis is the strongest gem in Steven Universe. Like and you'd like her because she's got funny water, ice, and whatever powers, and she's you know blue colored. She's got little gold speckles, whatever.
I'm so shallow. Yes, I like blue ice people. Yeah.
You do. I know you.
You can't just say that now.
You
can't just dodge
Next
that.
episode of Steven's Steven's Mansion 2. Dark Gem. We're look at this. According to the periscope, the ghostly activity in the north section of the Gloomy Manther is increasing. Now that we've recovered the gears, we should be able to investigate. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.